Hello, good morning, everybody. I just had a slight delay there because I'll say good morning again, actually. I never really watch myself back on YouTube, and I didn't realize there's a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to say good morning again. And I don't know where everybody is this morning. Anne's here. Hi, Anne. Normally when I start, it jumps to 5 viewers, 6 viewers, and it was at 0. So we've got 4 on now. Anyway, it's the last coffee and card of February. Did February go really quickly, or was it just me? In fact, has celebration just gone so super quick? It's been like the quickest celebration, I think, ever, even though we've got an extra day in February. So we have Thursday the 29th this year. And so good morning, Anne. I don't know who else is watching, if anyone else is there. Oh, I'm up to 6 now. So please do say good morning if you're on. The doggy is asleep under my desk. Well, I think she's asleep. I'm not going to look, but she's okay. So we will, fingers crossed. I've been having my little coffee. No biscuit today, trying to be good. Good morning, Sandra. Excuse me. So we're on week 2 of round 37. Now, I say this every week, don't I, that I've got loads to share. Hi, Marjorie from Wet Whitby. Not too wet over here in West Yorkshire. Just a little bit grey, really. So that's fine. I can cope with that. So yeah, and I do say this every week. I've got lots to share, but I've got the next 2 coffee and cards all set up. Honestly, I don't know if I'm feeling okay, but I've made 4 cards already for each of them. One doesn't start till April, one doesn't start till May. What's wrong with me? But round 39, I started to make the cards for on Sunday. I had a little crafty hour and a half on Sunday afternoon, and I couldn't stop. And that's with the coffee set. So I've got some exciting things to share with you about a coffee and card going forward, because my numbers have reduced doing the coffee and card, and I know that expecting people to buy a bundle every 5 to 6 weeks is a big ask. So I've made some adjustments so that it's more inclusive and accessible for all budgets, hopefully. So please keep watching, because I will share all those details at the end of this live stream. And today we're making card number 2. Thank you to everybody who joined in last week and who shared a picture on the Facebook group of your cards. Really appreciate that. Big shout out to Anne P, who made a lovely card and used the Biggest Wish stamp set, which if you have the Biggest Wish stamp set, it goes really nicely with this one. So hi, Millie. Hello. So I'm just looking at how long my hair looks. This is the longest I've ever had my hair, I think. And I'm having a good cut on Thursday. So I'm going to have a good inch at least off. So yes, it needs sorting. Hi, Betty. Nice to have you here. Oh, we're up to 8 now. Will we get double figures? So for those of you who've just joined, I've got some announcements and things to share at the end of this stream. So please do stay tuned for those. And I've got my cup of tea, Betty, although there's not much left now. Hey, Donna, I hope you're feeling a little bit better. So we are going to make card number 2, and I really need to change my screen round, don't I? Okay, there we go. Right, I've got my light on, it's just shining on there. So we're working with this stamp set, the Trusty Tools, and we're working with the dies. Now, I'm probably going to just cut the things out that I need today, but I will show you just because I like to cut and chat and things. So today's card you can adapt to whatever you need, because I appreciate people may not need. In fact, I might take inspiration from Anne and grab my Biggest Wish stamp set. which is this one. For anybody who, anybody who didn't hear me talk about this at the beginning, this stamp set's probably been in about 3 catalogues now. I don't know if it could be potentially one that might leave us. I'm not sure. Probably still a good seller. Mine, as you can see, is well loved. The package is all been well loved. And if you look inside, yeah, look at that. It's been well loved. So I think I might take inspiration from my lovely customer, Anne P. And yeah, I've got a bit of a cough now, Donna. I don't know what that is. Good morning, Sue. But yeah, well, I hope you continue to improve. So this is the card that I made. And I'm going to change this up. So I'm just going to do it as a happy birthday card, because I must admit, I think I've made probably 3 Father's Day cards now, and I only need 2 for June. So yeah, I might have made one as a birthday card. Anyway, it's good to be organised. So today it's quite simple. We're going to use a Lost Lagoon card base. Hardly any cutting out. Last week it was like mega cutting. And we're going to introduce Copper Clay, which is one of the in colours. It's a nice rusty brown colour, similar to Cajun Craze, but preferable for me. So, and then this background piece, this grey piece, which I've stamped directly onto, is actually from the papers. So it's a bit like a mottled grey. So what we need to do is establish which piece that is behind. Which piece of paper? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so it's the one with the red screwdrivers. So you've got like this mottly design, which is quite nice for stamping on, a little bit of an interesting background. And you can use the paintbrushes. So I use the paintbrushes because they're all the same size, and I quite liked aesthetically how sort of lined up, 2 up and 1 down. But if you want to, you could use the tools. It's up to you. I will look forward to seeing what other people do. You know me, I love it when people do their own thing. They have the confidence to do their own thing. Right, so I'm going to take out this red paintbrush. Now, if you wanted also, if you didn't want to cut your papers, you could make this card using the stamps from the stamp set, which I'm actually not going to use the stamp set today because I'm changing the greetings up, but I will show you what you could do. So this is quite a good stamp set to have, because the paintbrush and the paintbrush dies are fantastic. So you can stamp the paintbrush, you can cut the paintbrush out from the papers, or you can use the dies. So let's talk about how fab the paintbrush is. So here we go. You've got the outer stamp of the paintbrush, and then you've got this piece that stamps sort of the handle, and then here, it's probably easy to show you the front, you've got the outer, then you've got that, so you could colour that in with that stamp in, say, crumb cake, and then you've got this little bit here, which you stamp on the edges, a bit like is on these papers here, which you can do any colour. So you can do the paintbrush any colour, okay? So that's a really nice one to do. So you can tailor it. You don't have to use these papers. You can tailor it to any colour. Oh, Anne, I'm sorry you've had no streaming. I don't think you've missed too much. I don't know if anybody else. That was at 10:36. I don't think I'd started the card then. Perhaps I might have done, but anyway. So what I was saying is I'm going to use this stamp set inspired by Anne P, and I'm going to do a birthday card just because I don't need any more Father's Day cards. But look at this. What you could do, I've kept my washi tape in here, is you can also die cut paintbrushes. So we've got this bit, and let me show you here on the dies. You've got so many choices. you can then die cut the little brush part in a different colour. So there's all sorts you can do with the dies and the stamps. The only thing is time and ideas. If only they were all infinite. Okay, so I could cut these out with the die, but I'm just going to sit and cut them out and chat to you with my scissors. So yeah. Oh, I'm on double figures. We're up to 11 now. So with these, do leave a little bit of white space around. But what I don't do is I just sort of cut. I don't wiggle it too much at the bottom. You can just cut across if you want to. So they're fairly easy to cut out, but if you've got your dies, you can pop them in your machine. The reason why when I'm doing these streams that I don't like to is I've got my little mini cut and emboss machine. In fact, let me lower this down. I've got my mini cut and emboss machine. Sort of in on top of a box at the side of me, near the doggo. And if I reach down, I don't want to disturb her because she's been quite good at the moment. Craig works at home on a Tuesday and says, if she's naughty, I'll come and get her. So just leave a little white bit around the edge. Just a little bit of gentle cutting this morning. Nothing like last week's. Now if you go on Google and type in Trusty Tools Stampin' Up and then click on images, you will get so many ideas for this product suite. Likewise, if you go on YouTube and type in the search field, Trusty Tools Stampin' Up, you will get so many video ideas. And again, if you go on Pinterest, the same. Also, if you go on Instagram, for anyone who loves Instagram, you can search and put in Trusty Tools, and then across the top you can put tags and it will give you all the hashtags if people have used a hashtag. So I like to do that sometimes because you often pick up different designs that you might not have seen on Google. So I've cut those brushes out. They're all okay. And I'm just going to cut my paper out now. I just need to check that measurement. Okay, so the paper is 8.5 by 12.8. So the people who like stats amongst you can work out that I've come in 2 centimetres. I'm liking a bigger border on my cards. So it's 8.5 by 12.8. I'm sorry if anyone is watching who does inches. Just we work in centimetres mostly in the UK and Europe. Well, I do anyway, unless I'm scrapbooking. But your paper is a different size to mine. But the border that I've got around the card is probably equivalent to 1/4 of an inch for yourselves, going all the way around the card. Okay, I can move that out of the way. And now we have that. So that's going to stick on there. So I just think it's a bit nicer. It's got that little sort of mottled background. Now, I might change my brushes up a little bit. Colour-wise. Might put the blue one in the middle. And what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get the stamps out. Now these probably need a really good clean. I might do Happy Birthday. I think it won't fit in with the two bold ones. So let me grab my chamois. Oh, I think this has dried out. It has. I've not closed it properly. So we shall go old school onto the stamping scrub. And I'm just going to clean my stamps. Now these ones have been so well used, I'm just going to say they're going to fall off the block. They have had so much use. If ever there was a stamp set that I've had my money's worth out of, it is this stamp set. Oh, we're very quiet this morning, ladies. Now, what I'm just going to do is casually, I'm going to just pop that there, just to check where I want things. And the great thing with this happy one is you can have it overlapping a little bit. So paintbrushes should be okay about there. Should fit that in. Okay. So what colour shall I stamp in? There's a lot of copper clay on this, so I think I might stamp in Lost Lagoon. Oh, hi Caroline, you're on the big TV. Ooh, I feel no, this morning it's Julie instead. Okie doke. Now I always have a little practice, and these bags are really good for that. Yes, ink pad loaded. Ink pad's good for coverage. And we'll get this in the middle. There we go. Oops. Take the happy. Morning, Linda. Good morning. And then I'm just going to stamp that overlapping slightly, sitting on top of the birthday. There we go. So that's the Biggest Wish stamp set. This wasn't with this round, but I just wanted to mix it up a little bit and have an alternative phrase to Father's Day. I am going to use my Tombow glue for this. If you're just joining me, thank you, welcome. Please do leave a comment and please stay tuned to the end because I've got loads of things to share. New things, updates. There we go, I'm happy with that. I like how the brush just, they sort of sit inside, you know, how they fit with the curves. It's nice. Well, I think it is anyway. There we go. Okay, and then we will glue that. I'm going to use I'm just going to press that down from the back. I cleaned my desk today, so this morning, got the spray out, so I know that's all good. I'm going to pop that there. Oh. Julie, didn't line that up very good. I've just managed to rescue that, I think. Good rescue. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And then that's going to go on there. So we've just gone for a happy birthday. Oh, thanks, Linda. And a thumbs up, cheers, squad. We're quiet today on Coffee and Card. Okay, and very, very simple make this morning. So there we go. Now I've just realised I've done this without foam pads. This is perfect for posting because in the UK we get charged more if the postage is deeper. So sometimes foam pads and certainly ribbon can take you over the large letter threshold. On my initial design, I've laid it up with foam pads because I won't be posting a Father's Day card. I'll be hand delivering, so that's fine. So that's this week's. It's a bit dark. Should we just see if you can see them a little bit better there? There we go. That's week 2. These weeks do go fast. So, but this is a 6-weeker. This is a 6-weeker. Now, next week's is one that I cased. It's a bit like, do you remember when we did the Christmas one? It was my most popular one for about 2 years with the lovely papers. And we did the stack shuffle cut one. Well, this is a similar one. And if you've got a piece of white card, spare card base, then bring that along, because it's a similar one that I got from my friend Helen. No, you can't eat those papers, darling. And it's just a little bit different. And I worked out, although I've stamped it quite rubbish, that the dad sort of fit in between perfectly. So I've got some leftover pieces, but I will share. Now, what we are going to do next week is we're going to stamp the tools. And if you want to bring any stamping blends, greys, browns, blues are good, red, or you can use your blender pen. I've used a blender pen on that one, and I've used blends on this. You can also stamp the handles. So we are going to do some stamping. Now, these are useful cards and saying just to have in your stash. If you want to do a smaller greeting, you could actually, if you've got that family one, the best family ever, you could do happy birthday son in there. You could do all sorts, but these are good ones to have in your stash. And I'm going to show you how to do the stack cut and share. And what you can do is, if you bring one more piece of thick card to make 2 more card bases, you could make 3 cards in the morning with me in the session. So I'm going to pop all that back in the bag for next week. What time am I on? Oh, 5 to 11. And I've got loads of exciting things to share with you. So I'm just going to tidy that up because I want a clear desk to share. Okay. Where's she gone? Oh, she's on the floor behind my chair. I thought she was up to trouble. Give her the benefit of the doubt. So I was saying at the beginning, I understand that Coffee and Card isn't accessible financially for everybody, but I do it on YouTube for everybody to watch along. And I do know and appreciate that people craft along, other demonstrators craft along, use their own things, and that's absolutely fine. That has always been the case. It's been there for everybody to watch, and that's not changing. But what I am doing is I'm introducing a lower tier, so that it's a more accessible price, and for the next 2 rounds I've introduced that, and you can go on my website and you can have a look, but my website for bookings has just come up on the bottom of the screen. Round 38 and 39 are both open for booking, and I've introduced, it's called option C on round 38 because I'd already put the other options on, but it's £22 collected or 26 posted, and it's going to include a full pack of the papers. So this is the one I'm talking about. I've shared it with you for the last couple of weeks, minus the dog bite. You can do this, but if you already say had the dies that we're using, then there is an option, or if you've got other things that you know you could utilise, then there is an option for £22 to get a full pack of the papers from me plus the kits. Okay, and you can join in. The option A is the dies and half a pack of the papers and the kits. Option B is the dies and the stamp set and the kits and half a pack of papers. And then option C is this cheaper option where it's just the full pack of papers rather than half a pack, and you can adapt with your own things. Hi Cheryl, you can adapt with your own things. Okay, so that's option C on this round 38. So that's exciting, and I'm hoping I'll get more people joining in, which is what we want. If you want the whole hog, then you can get the dies and the stamps, and they're here to show you. So that will always still be an option. It's just a little added extra, and it just means I get some sales through a pack of papers. And then someone's eyeing up the papers. So I think you've all seen the lavender papers. I don't think I need to share those with you again. Just moving the tools papers out of the way because the doggo's woken up and was wanting to lick those. So the next one that I'm offering is the coffee. It's not available for purchasing until the 5th of March. It's an online exclusive. Stampin' Up are introducing more on-trend products that are not particularly in a catalogue. So I lost this on Sunday. I made this, I sponged it, stamped it, cut it out with the machine, and I lost it. And I found it this morning. So I've got a card good to go, and I might use these scraps. Look at that. How nice does that look on there with those? That's a card right there, I think. So these are the coffee papers. They are called a little... Oh, the papers are a different name. Anyway, the lattes is in the name. A little latte. So the colours are very, very retro. They never show up as good on the screen. The lemon lolly, like my nails, which are really broken. Lost Lagoon again, pecan pie and calypso coral. So really retro, all coffee themed. So you've got coffee splats there. Some really, really lovely papers. And let me put that there. So then you've got, this is one of my favourites. So you've got like coffee cups from above. So I've picked this because I think it's new and everyone seemed to love it when I shared it the other week. It's lovely colours. It's right up my street. I couldn't stop crafting with it. And I just think it's something a little different. So option A will be a full pack of these papers plus the card kits, and that's 22 or 26 posted. That's option A. It starts on the 7th of May. Option B, there's just 2 options, option A and option B, is to get the full bundle, but you'll only get half a pack of the papers, okay? So, yeah, Sandra, that's fine. So, I think you've ordered it, haven't you? You've ordered option A on this one, or were you talking about the lavender? Anyway, so I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I'll use all these stamps. Honestly, I've played with it. I use this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and 2 of the greetings already. So it's called Latte Love, and it's got a cup from above. These fit in here. There's coffee rings, splats, beans, little fillers to fill your coffee. And then the dies, oh my word, I've not even scratched the surface with the dies, but you've got a cafetiere and you can fill it. You've got the traditional sort of coffee pot. You've got mini cups. Honestly, you've got dies to cut out the beans, a spoon, the coffee mug. I just love them. They're so different. So there's loads you can do. And that's option B, to get all of that with just half a pack of the papers. Would you like... Oh, you were talking about the lavender one. I was going to say, I thought I was getting a bit muddled up. Yes, Sandra, thank you. You were the first person who's booked on. Well, my only person. But I know Anne H has been eyeing this one up. So I just love the colours. I can't wait to share it with you. Would you like to see some cards that I've made with it? Now, these aren't definites for what I'm going to use. They're not definites. But these are some of the cards that I've made with it. So, oh, it also comes in the suite, I've forgotten to share, with some gorgeous spotted like Hessian ribbon, which you will get in some of the kits. Am I ignoring you? And some fabulous, I'll show you these little, you can't call them gems because they're not sparkly. I always think gems are sparkly, but these little, I don't know if you can see them, they've got like little lines on them, like little coffee swirls on them. But honestly, these ones just look like those white chocolates you get in a set of like Marx's Belgian chocolates. They look so tasty. I've used them. I've used loads of them. So you will get some of those included in the kit. So would you like to see some cards? Betty, it's so cool. Honestly, I love it. So here's a card. I'm not saying we're going to do these, but you will have them for inspiration. So we've got hello there, let's catch up. Now, if you're not into the greetings, and if you've got a coffee friend who loves a coffee or who you go for coffee with, you can just put a happy birthday there. We've all got birthday stamps. So this one here is a bit of a combo. I've stamped this mug, stamped on coloured card. I've not actually coloured them in with blends yet. Stamped on coloured card and inked. This one I've stamped on white card and I've filled in with the coffee. Beulah, Daddy's come to rescue you. Thank you, Craig. And this one is a piece of the paper, this paper, and I've actually changed. This has been stamped and die cut out. Okay, so that's one of the cards. I just love the colours. This one. Now, I've done this design before. This is a new die. It's the Everyday Detail dies. I've not used them before. But I've done, oh, look at my nails matching, although they're all broken on this hand. I don't know why this hand's fine-ish, but this hand, it's probably because I'm right-handed. But again, I've used the papers here, and I've used some of those little cute sweetie gems that look like chocolates. So, yeah, I have done this design before, but I thought this is going to work really well with these stamps and dies and papers. Now, might not do this one because I've done it before, but it will be there for inspiration. So that's one. I'm thinking that I need to show more cards. I used to want to keep them for surprise, but I think people need to see what we're going to be making. Let me know if you agree with that. I'd really like to know that. This one I cased, and I've got a horrible mucky mark up here that I might have to actually stamp the coffee splatter up there to cover it up. This one I cased, I think it was from a German lady, and I just love this one. It's got the coffee ring behind and some of the splatters, and again I've used those little, and this is some of the papers here. So that's a nice, clean and simple one. This one's on me, but again you could stamp a really small happy birthday one there. I love making these on Sunday. In fact, I think I'm going to have to stamp a coffee stain up there, and it'll look like it's being intended. So this is a really good one. You can cover up messes and pretend you've spilt your coffee on it. And what if you actually did spill some coffee on it? It would look great. I mean, I was thinking, this is called Coffee and Card. We have to do the coffee set, don't we? And then finally, this one, I've stamped. I did case this one. I found this one on Instagram. It was on a reel and I absolutely adored it. Just using the papers and the stamp. And I've used the papers at the back, covering the whole card, and then inside I've used some of the papers to show how you can use the edge pieces of the coffees. So I hope that's given you some inspiration. As I say, we might, these cards may not all make cut, but we're going to do 6 cards, and I hope you agree I'm off to a good start there, and it doesn't start till May. So I'm loving this. There will be a fancy fold involved. I try and do a fancy fold on the last week. Thanks, Betty. You like to see the cards. Well, that's good because you're seeing them now. And yeah, I love it. I love the colours. I just think it's me. So I've just been playing around. This is, I've stamped a Lost Lagoon, then I've stamped it off to make a paler colour. I will just say, if you're joining in, ink pad wise, you probably would need Lost Lagoon. We've used it on the tools. It's a really good colour, really good blue. I've used Pecan Pie, and if you had early espresso, that would be handy. But again, it's up to you. I don't think you need Clips or Coral. I try to restrict it to just using 2 colours of ink for stamping to make it more accessible to people. So there we go. I hope you like it. I'd love to know your feedback on those cards. I can't order that until the 5th of March. So although booking is open for this, I think these papers are going to be, and I think this suite is going to be very, very popular. Now, I'm a little bit wary, and this happened with the truck, and the truck punch did go out of stock at some point when I did the truck for Coffee and Card. These are online exclusives, and when they're gone, they're gone. So I'm a little bit wary of using them for Coffee and Card. So if you know you want to do it, then I can order these next week. So that's that one. And I'm just going to move that over there. And then finally, just want to share, these aren't projects, but these are another couple of items that are going live next week on the on the online exclusives. So this is a new stamp set that's coming out for those of you who shop online with me. Thank you for the feedback, Sandra. So this is called Sweetly Scripted, and you've got happy anniversary, congratulations, happy birthday, a million thanks, speedy recovery, and save the date. And this is a red rubber stamp set. So I got that because I thought that's very, very useful. So that's available from the 5th of March as well. This isn't for a Coffee and Card. This is just, now this one is something a little different. There's a bit of glare there, so I'm just going to turn that down. This is a bundle, and it's got a small pack of dies. Have you ever seen a pack of dies this small? And it's called Happy Little Things, and you can get it as a bundle, and it's only £31, I think, or £31.50, whereas most die bundles are at least 40 something. So I'm thinking I may do an online stamper stack with this set and bring in some papers. I'm not sure yet, but I think it would be good for that. So you've got these stamps saying celebrate, wishing, love and you, and then you've got these filler stamps, and then you've got a peaceful season, a speedy recovery, the best day ever, the little things, happiness, comfort and strength, you're incredible, you did it. So they are bigger than what they look on the front because they can't fit them all on, but if you look inside, they're a lot bigger. So you can do celebrate you, wishing you a speedy recovery, you know, things like that. But they come with these little banner dies, which I just thought was so cute. I know they look small, but they cut out the smaller writing, yeah, and you can do little backgrounds with them and things like that. So I thought that was a really, really cute set, and I think I'm going to come up with something for that. And then finally, the last thing I want to share with you. Now, there is a whole suite around this, and if you like flowers and if you like brights, then this is for you. I've forgotten what the name is. These are called flowering zinnias, and I presume that's how you say it. And I've not got the stamps and dies that go with them. I just love the papers. And the colours that go with these are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Flirty Flamingo, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pumpkin Pie and Real Red. If you love your pinks and purples and brights, then these are lovely. If you're not into your brights, then perhaps not for you. But I loved this piece of paper because I thought you could make just some really simple cards with that one. So perhaps this would be good for a stamper stack, and it would maybe go with those stamps and dies I've just shown you. I think I'm giving myself ideas here. So nice spotty one. Stop tempting you, Anne. Sorry, it's my job. That's so lovely. I've not opened these, so... Oh, that's a bright one. Oof. Do not adjust your... And this is lovely because you can cut these out. Oh, I love that one. So they are new and they're available on the 5th of March also. So, where's the doggy? She come back up? She came back in. So, you need sunglasses for those. They're very bright. They're very... but I love the coffee. The coffee's just... I think it's... Oops, all my papers have just dropped on the floor. Mwah. The coffee is mwah. So, the dog's just stolen a piece of paper. You can't have that. The dog just stole that paper. She loves those. She's in the stealing mood today. I should have called you Fagin. Right. I'm going to finish for today. So if you do, I'm going to leave you with looking at these lovely coffee cards. If you do like to book on anything, then the website address is on the bottom of the screen. If you're joining me on a replay, please do leave me a comment. Thank you for watching this morning, and I hope you have a really, really lovely week. And I will see you all very, very soon. See you later. Bye-bye.